Okay, welcome to new meta Psychatog. I was in the middle of playing a league with Psychatog, and then Parallax Tide got banned. So we're back here. Um, what do I have to say about this build of Psychatog? It's actually basically just Esper Psychatog with no Mox Diamond, because Mox Diamond is a trash card, and it's embarrassing that I have played it for years and years and years, and been continually disappointed by the fact that I always have one less card to work with when I could be having one more card to work with. Um, yeah, I think that this is the answer. The white cards are still good. The mana base is still functional. In fact, I get a benefit from cutting lands. I did forget that I wanted to add one more island, so I can move the Armageddon back to the sideboard and trim a blast. So a lot of the same logic and ideas from the past Psychatog videos. You should check those out. Does the Tide ban affect Psychatog? Not really. I don't think that it was that oppressive to, I mean, I guess Psychatog would get tided. And I guess had some hard-fought battles versus Replenish where I won one, lost one. And I guess the Dreadnought deck would maybe try to use Tide combo against Psychatog. But overall, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Dreadnought probably boards it in just because, we become the sort of control deck. We don't have a lot of white sources. So if we're careless, we might expose our white sources to Tide against Replenish. Replenish is Replenish. It did make it so that against Replenish, we had to counter a lot of Parallax Tides, which ate up our ability to counter Opalescence and Replenish. And I haven't played this deck against a Tide control deck. But I imagine Tide control decks, you sort of want to be able to tempo out, and yeah, I mean, you would prefer not to get tided, but would they just turn into a kind of like control poise to try to just stop you from landing Psychatog is the question, because they could devote all their resources to stopping Psychatog, and then, you would be in trouble. So that's where Cabal Interrogator comes in, I suppose. And I like Misdirection. I've just decided we're going to fight the burn decks, and then Misdirection will have a little extra value against burn. We're going to fight goblins, and we're just going to fight and hopefully win. Same comments on Duress. I think at best here, it's a sideboard card. Good against combo. Obviously, good against Swords of Plowshares. And other fringe uses, and then continuing to kind of just say, like, knowing what's in my own opponent's hand is overrated. I don't need to know what my opponent is cooking with. I already know. Play the format all the time. And I I have an idea. Obviously, there's points where your opponent has like weird surprising stuff, or the composition of their hand is surprising, but overall, yeah, it's not what I want to be spending my mana on. But yeah, Super Xerox, cheating on lands, Gush foil for action, Wonder as our like in case of emergency situation, and Yield interactive game. And Factor Fiction's back in because I needed a little bit of chunkiness. I cut the AKs. I guess that's another headliner, is that AK was so hard to get moving, so hard to like make into, like, once you've cast two, you're sort of starting to get somewhere, but felt like it wasn't enough. All right, we drew the basic planes. Do we want to play it? I don't think so. I think well, the nice thing about playing Island is they might like go Meddling Mage, name them Dreadnought here. Oh, it's Black-White Control, which is going to get Gerard's Verdict. All right, Black-White Control back on the menu thanks to the banning. We're just looking for card advantage, I suppose. That qualifies. Should we play Psychatog next turn is the question. Getting a Psychatog in play, and it just gets Plowshared right away. It's probably better than lands. I'm just gonna eat a Plowshares early. Let that be the deal. And play an island. I guess I had the option to pick up Gush and shuffle the Psychatog if I don't like what I see from my opponent, but I don't think that's necessary. I want Psychatog and Gush. I mean, I guess I want Gush more, but I wanted to hide Gush from duress here, so opponent is going to cycle Eternal Dragon to hit their land drop. We are going to draw Gush. Go ahead and deploy the Psychatog. Willingly eat a Plowshares here. Pass the turn. Opponent does have the Plowshares. Doesn't have much else, just Vindicate. Okay, I have to, okay, I'm not yielded right now. Oh, scrying. Okay. So really struggling for land drops. Okay, we get up to our 4th land, additional Psychatog. Don't hate to see it. So we're gonna refill and potentially be able to outgrind our opponent here. They play plains and nothing. We effect. I'm obviously going to take 2 lands and a cantrip. People failing to understand that Portent is more powerful than Opt. Oh, 2 cantrips and 2 lands, yeah. It's fine with me. Should we Gush? We'll Gush Opt Portent. Is there anything I gotta counter next turn? They're just going to pick up the dragon or something. I think I'm going to start with the Opt. Take the land. Then Portent. Disenchant Gush Impulse. Yeah, I'm down to start hard casting Gushes. Yeah. Seems fine to me. Draw Impulse. Draw Impulse, draw Gush, hard cast Gush. Decree for 2. I guess if I mage, well, I can just mage Vindicate, I suppose. That's Bolt. No targets here. Opponent pokes me. Another Decree would make things annoying, then I'd have to like really actually protect my creatures. Duress. Yep. Probably take the Gush. I draw another Gush. They do play the Morph. Alright. Draw a card. Shuffle them up. Offensive Gush. I do have Plowshares, I do have Meddling Mage. Well, Impulse? An additional Plowshares, or City of Brass, or just Sleight of Hand or whatever. How bad do I need another Plowshares? I'm just going to go... I think I'll take the Opt. Additional Plowshares is fine, but it seems kind of unnecessary. I haven't drawn any cards that counterspells this game. Should I run out the Psychatog before I have a mage to try to tag something that they care about? Probably not. Duress. Plowshares the Angel. They gain 4 life. Nothing better to do. Okay. Should I just like opt into creatures or something? That's pretty funny. All right. This is why duress is bad, y'all. Come on. Like, are you not entertained? Okay, we'll see if I'm punished for putting away all this stuff. All right, so running out 2 guys is fine, right? Because I can just go Psychatog and Meddling Mage naming Wrath of God. So I have to 2 for 2 this anyways, and then they're just like out of resources. Gerard's Verdict. Don't mind if I gush. Okay. Yeah, you can have City of Brass and Polluted Delta. Misdirection is good against them. Gerard's Verdict yourself. Probably good enough. They don't want to Gerard's Verdict themselves a lot. All right. Vindicate targeting the Meddling Mage. What else you got? Plowshares. Now you're in trubs. gonna take a while to grind down my opponent's life total here. Might have to move into double Psychatog territory. They're going to pick up their Eternal Dragon soon. Probably next turn. Alright, they are not going to worry about me getting Psychatog lethal on them. Either that or they're just holding Wrath of God. Pick up the Eternal Dragon. Okay, play Caves. Attack. Draw a card. Let that be a surprise to them, I think. Block. Okay. Play an island, Portent myself. Look for more Factor Fictions, Counterspells, Foils. Those are all good. Probably start doing Psychatog math soon. I mean, I want more card draw, but if I just have mono Counterspell, they literally can't do anything. Shuffle. Plane Cycling is very slow, a card. They have one in their hand as well. Oh no. It's still their upkeep. Alright, I got 11 plus 6. Not enough. Kind of still need more card draw. Very slow without Meddling Mages. Nothing I can really do about that. I guess a big Decree of Justice is going to be the annoying thing here. Alright, 3 cards in hand, including an Eternal Dragon. We're going to draw a foil. Attack Psychatog. Let's get some damage in here while we have the opportunity. We're just gonna go for Plowshares. Are they gonna feign Plowshares? They were faking Plowshares. Oh no, they just have this yielded too. It's fine. All right, chunk them for this much damage, and then we can play this talk. Cycle the Eternal Dragon. Can't counter Plowshares, have to counter Wrath, I think. Upkeep, pick up Eternal Dragon. And unfortunately, not having like some chunky threat that deals more damage is cooking us a little bit here, but what can you do? Well, I guess you can have like Upheaval or Armageddon in your deck. Gerard's Verdict. I'm forced to counterspell that, but at least they don't have Wrath mana up, unless they go land Wrath. Oh, I guess I could have just discarded Foil and Wonder. It would have been the same outcome. Oh, yeah. Because now I don't have double Counterspell up. All right. Togs are in. I'm just going to keep grinding planes, probably. Yeah, not having the answer to the Decree is annoying. And then not having the one Armageddon in my main deck is also annoying, but I did kind of ask for that. Yeah, I should have pitched Foil Wonder, because now there's Duress. I mean, Duress can resolve. Jig is up. I know I don't have it. Third Duress, 5 mana. Nothing else. Mana Leak. Not very useful now. 5 plus 6 is 11, 12, 13. All right, Cabal Therapy Armageddon is a disaster for me here. Or Wrath of God. So they can set it up. Or Duress Wrath of God as well. Cast Eternal Dragon. Okay, yeah. Plowshares Eternal Dragon. And then go on my way. Okay, now they don't have Eternal Dragon, not that it matters. They probably have all the planes in their deck on the battlefield. That was what they were building towards. And now they're just trying to draw Decree of Justice before I draw, I don't know, something. Dang. Disenchant. Soon this foil is going to be alt cast. Oh, I should cast this Wonder as soon as I can find an island. I cannot find an island. I have to find a Gush. I've used 3 Gushes. So this foil is a 4 mana counterspell until further notice. I mean, 2 cards in hand. It's always possible that it's just correct to, it's probably just correct to play this Wonder and then clench. pretty tough. I think I'm actually near Psychatog lethal here, so I should probably have counted. Yeah, you can end step Plowshares is fine. Yeah, Mana Leak's not showing up in the early game, but I think by design that's sort of just a thing that can happen. I can't get too mad about it. All right, 2 cards in hand. Psychatog lethal time. Go for an opt. Draw Gush. Do I have to have double Counterspell up? 1 Plowshare is gone. 2 Plowshares gone. 6. Plus the Gush. Combat. Attack. Waiting for second Counterspell. That is the question. Block. Gush. Oh, I could have Meddling Mage naming Plowshares. Should I change my plan? Maybe I'll tease them. It's this Polluted Delta. I'm out of bounds. Exile some cards. I mean, I guess... I don't know. I think I should probably try to kill them, right? And then... If I get double Plowshared, I mean, come on. What kind of... what kind of man am I if I'm a man at all, in the words of Haley Williams. Yep. Redo. Yeah, just board out Mana Leaks. Should I board out Disenchant? This question. Is the game gonna go exactly like that? I'm just like never gonna Mana Leak anything. Well, Misdirection is pretty good, and so is Armageddon. And so is Cabal Interrogator, right? And if they are playing the sideboard Fire Exceed Arenas, then we will adjust. We could always play 1 Disenchant over 1 Swords of Plowshares. These kind of rot, but they showed me Angel, so they have Angel and Dragon as targets. Seems okay. Oh, we'll play the 1 Engineered Plague, that's right. Just in case. Engineered Plague allows Meddling Mage to attack into open mana. Sad Mulligan, not a good hand against Therapy, but they clearly are not running the Therapy build. Keep this, bottom the Plowshares. Assume that's not going to be a thing a card that I need. Probably get like turn 1 Duress. It's turn 1 Duress, turn 2 Jard's Verdict, then life is hard, but sometimes life is hard. Yep, little basic island. Honestly, this basic island is correct, right? I'm not gonna foil this at this point in the game. I'm like literally just using foil as a 4-mana counterspell in this matchup. And I want to draw lands, and I want to cast Opt. I mean, more counterspell. Oh, this many counterspells. And I just counterspell every discard spell? Is that what's going to happen? I mean, the second one is actually quite good, but I'm not going to have double counterspell up anytime soon. And that's actually a shortcoming in this deck, right? 4 islands in play. It's never going to happen. Go for the Verdict. Counterspell the Verdict. We'll feed this Psychatog to the first Plowshares, as we do. Our first Psychatog is always a tribute to the Plowshare. I guess we need Disenchant for stupid Fire Exceed Furnace, which we learned was a problem. It's pretty funny. All right, world's your oyster. Resolve a spell, my friend. It's all yours. Vindicate the Swamp. Oh, just a skeletal scrying for 2. Sorcery speed. Okay. Portent ourselves. I wanted to hold up 4 mana for this. Oh, I mean, Gush Armageddon next turn. Okay. Seems fine to me. I lose both my mana sources, so then I have to rely on City of Brass to do all the work. Oh, I don't have to Gush Armageddon next turn. What am I thinking? I can also play Cabal Interrogator first. Verdict. Sure. So I'll Gush. I'm going for a the Skeletal Scrying for. Oh, this is just the wait. This is Skeletal Scrying for 3, for 2. Yeah, that's fine. Play Interrogator. I have to read it. And then once again, have to play Meddling Mage. Still naming Wrath of God. We're playing Island. Pass. Wasn't gonna foil to protect the Armageddon. I mean, this is like a pretty like asymmetrical turn here, where like obviously I'm sort of in trouble if they have Duress, or like whatever. Haunting Echoes. Haunting Echoes with 1 mana up, and then I'm just gonna get in you. Let's see, what does this say? For each card, other than basic land cards, I actually am gonna lose all of these lands. Land Counterspell, Portent, Gush. I think I should just try to win, right? So Armageddon and attack a bunch of times. I don't feel like I'm in horrible shape if this Cabal Interrogator lives. It's interesting. So I lose Gushes, Plowshares. I can't deal with any creatures, but on the other hand, I'll have 0 lands. I'll have 0 lands, I'll have 0 lands. Let's see, 0 lands against 0 lands. 4 cards in hand. One of them could be a Plowshares. They could Plowshares the Meddling Mage, and then I think I'm in better shape if I just counter the Haunting Echoes and play a longer game. Like I with the Interrogator in play, I'm actually like in a pretty decent spot to do some damage. Because I don't think they want to play necessarily off the top of their deck. Like, I think that's probably bad for them. They could respond to my Interrogator, or respond to my fetch, but I think they're just getting... The only problem is this probably just grabs Duresses and Drudge Verdicts, but ideally I can get like a Decree of Justice, but I would hide Decree of Justice. This was them. Vindicate. So Vindicate. Decree's a bigger pain in the ass. They can use Vindicate if they want, because I've got at least 2 permanents that pose problems. And then they have 1 card that they really, really didn't want to show. Vindicate the Interrogator is more likely, yeah. Oh, it is an arena. Right. I think I need to just scoot to that unless I like draw Psychatog right here. Maybe they'll die. No life gain. They're 14. I'm attacking them. They have to find an answer. Maybe I should have cast this Impulse main because I could find Portent. Gush or Psychatog? It's got to be Psychatog, because we're gonna have to kill them. And Psychatog. Rain of Grinds. No effects on their upkeep. They didn't think about bringing the dragon back. They go for Duress. They can have it. And then what? Removal? Removal while I'm tapped out. It's probably the best. Removal GG to the lethal attack. Ooh, that was a nice one. That was a nice one. We got there. Maybe we should Armageddon. Armageddon, and then they can't cast Vindicate. And I just attack for 3 a bunch. That's a very interesting spot. Let me know if you would have Armageddon there. I think that would have been a tasty Armageddon, but also a very risky one. All right. Martine, let's see what you got in the post-tide metagame. I know. I only play, 13. No, I guess I play 9 1-drop cantrip, so can't be like too mad or crazy about not seeing the goods here. Not seeing a nice little opt or sleight of hand or portent to kick things off and make my life fun. It's okay. Yeah, but yeah, this deck, it's like it's designed to keep every hand. Oh no, Mox, my worst enemy. All right, we're playing against T-Get, huh? This City of Brass is starting to look a lot worse, especially given this Rishan port. Okay. Unstep. I'm gonna tap. I have to go for a little impulse here. Probably just looking for an island. And yeah, it's got to be a raw island because I don't want to put a bunch of lands in the graveyard. Another Mox. And a wasteland. All right, well, this City of Brass is safely safe, never getting cast. Unless, of course, I find a Plowshares, then I have to play the City of Brass. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Gush is so awkward against Terrageddon as well. Ooh, we're going for Call the Herd here. Call of the Hizzle. Well, oh, just another Terrorwar. Should I counterspell this because Mana Leak is easier to cast through Rishan Import? Do I want to be able to counterspell a Plowshares? With 2 cards in their hand, it's very possible that I want to counterspell a Plowshares, but it feels like they can counter. Like right now, if they want to resolve a spell, they can because of Rishan Import. So I think that is totally fine for me to do. All right, I think we're gushing, even though it seems horrible. Do we gush next turn? Do we just play Wonder? We have to find Plowshares or Psychatog. Well, I don't really want to spend all day here. Both. There's the Tog and the Strand. Tog is good though. We are going to be not able to cast it for a bit because we're going to get ported. Double ported, okay. I think this double port prison lock is going to catch us. And yeah, that's the thing that kind of happens with Gush, where you get ported, you don't like your life, but at least I have a lot of basic islands. But yeah, I think I need more basic islands in my world. Yeah, that'll do it. Came up a little short there against the T-Get. All right, ways to fight against T-Get. That's kind of an interesting one. All 4 disenchants, is that crazy? Maybe. Take out a little bit of counterspell action. It's hard to cast. What am I misdirecting? Just Plowshares? It's not that good. It's crazy to play this many disenchants, but like their only action is Sylvan Library and like whatever. So, whatever. No, Interrogator isn't that exciting. Yeah, counterspells against port. It's just not ideal. Foil is like not great, I guess. Not great, sometimes necessary. I'm playing too many counterspells in this deck in general. Like if I draw 2, I can't have you up. I should be in a 3 counterspell, 3 mana leak configuration. I think we just tried to draw our card advantage. Misdirection for foil. What could they possibly target me with? Like literally the only thing they can target me with is Hydroblast and Plowshares. Is Misdirection to Plowshares going to be a thing that matters this game? I don't think so. All right. See how it goes. Sure. Lots of basic lands. My gosh, it's like my best card. And a Psychatog, also my best card. A Nimble, interesting. 2 islands up. Werebear? Sylvan. Fine. So we play this Psychatog and it just gets plowed. Is that worth it? Mana leak up? Do we wait until we have mana leak up? Play the Psychatog, it gets plowed. There's nothing we want to mana leak on turn 3. And there's not a lot of good times to play Psychatog otherwise. Oh, well, okay. Actually, a good time to play Psychatog would be after I've cracked all these stupid fetch lands so that I can eat them. So I should have gone Strand Delta Toggle. In fact, now I am going to get my swamp ported. Okay, I screwed up. Like, did not think about any of these things, so I guess that's why we play. Yep. These are all things I expected. Okay. Okay, I'll float. What are they trying to resolve for 2 mana? Carpet of Flowers? I mean, I guess my mana leak's not going to work after they have Carpet of Flowers in play. All right, you got all the mana in the world. I don't know how good that is. It doesn't mean that they can port forever. I have to play the stupid Psychatog. Play the Psychatog. Play the Polluted Delta so that they try to tap my island sometimes. Gosh, that's pretty bad though. It's pretty gross. If this is not a good matchup, I'm not saying it is a good matchup, but if it's not a good matchup, then I'm going to have questions about the viability of certain Psychatog archetypes. Generally speaking, just grind them out, try to draw a lot of cards. AK is really good here. Maybe I need to rethink not playing AK in this deck. I should just play 4 AK instead of the 2-factor fiction, 2 impulse, or something like that. That is a possibility. It's vulnerable as a graveyard hate, which I can't say is my favorite thing. But what are you going to do? Oh, another blast. I think I gotta just live with that here. Well, I guess that's where Misdirection comes in. Oh, Misdirection wouldn't have worked on the red blast, only on the other blast. Sad. Sad cause sad. And then, yeah, the Carpet of Flowers gave them just enough mana to do all the good things they wanted to do. Go after the swamp, no surprises. Factor Fiction keeps things interesting. Obviously, it adds like 100 lands to my graveyard. Can't be happy about that. I also have to fetch Island because I can't get my planes ported. Give Terravor a little pump. Not getting very aggressive with the library here. We'll see if that ends up being a thing. Also see if their last card is Pyroblast. Well, I would love Disenchant and City of Brass. And Foil. I love all these cards. They love Sylvan Library, huh? No. Disenchant or Foil. Pretty sure I'm priced into the City of Brass pile, even though brass is ass, as I like to say. We will draw more Disenchants. Okay. Oh, Plowshares. Psychatog or Plowshares this turn? I think Plowshares this turn, because Psychatog then eats the Plowshares then eats the sorry, Psychatog then eats the land. Or I could do both on the same turn. But that's probably wishful thinking. Guess if I'm gonna have 4 islands in play, Counterspell is not bad. So Teeth, I gotta shuffle their thing. But then I get a Psychatog gets to dominate the board, hopefully. They know I have the City of Brass. They know I have good stuff. Man, I knew I was gonna draw Portent. Should have just cast this on my face. Swamp, Delta. Get this last island into play? No. Tog, Portent, nothing. Tog, Portent, no reason to hold up mana leak. Portent self. Plowshares. Okay. I can work with that. I am at 10, so I can't get like too low here. Yeah, I actually needed to find a hard counterspell. Okay, so yeah, I need to find a hard counterspell because now if they have Plowshares, I have to be able to counter it. and I can't. I needed like I needed a something something good basically. Are they gonna go for Armageddon here? Do I want the Plowshares? Kind of feel like I don't anymore. We're just gonna blast it. Oh, they're gonna blast Tog. Yeah. There's literally nothing I can do about that except for try to draw into another Tog. But they have Threshold. They tie for 6, and then I'm dead. Okay. Guess I had to. No, I knew the 2 cards I was gonna gush into. Triple Pyroblast against my deck has to be good. But really, the Sylvan Library did all the work, right? All right. I'm also at 3 with the City of Brass in play against this kind of thing. Oh, wow. Okay. What do I do now? Efficient Impulse out. We needed the Shallow Grave, huh? With the Wonder. All right. T-Get is back. Tide is gone. We're still bullying you for having lands. Yeah. It's weird because I feel so ahead with Grotog against T-Get, and I felt so behind with this Tog against T-Get, and I have like basically all of the same cards. Meddling Mage, Plowshares, Cantrips. I mean, I guess I have Mox Diamond in the Grotog deck. That's what makes the big difference. Yeah, I mean, the Grotog Mox Diamonds basically break the synergy of Weathered Wayfarer and everything. All right, blue-black Psychatog against Terrageddon. Blue-black Psychatog against Terrageddon. 43%. Interesting. All right, so we're against a known Gobbo player. So do we mulligan this Portent hand because it doesn't stop Lackey? I guess I'll take one. I'll take one mulligan. Then we just have to keep this. I like a lot of these cards. I guess Impulse is the worst card, but I might have to use it to hit my 3rd land drop. I mean, on the mulligan, it's almost impossible to cast a foil. So, and then if it's turn 1 Lackey, we just lose. Oh, nice. Oh, double nice. Should have kept the first hand. But yeah, follow. I think their name is Legacy Council on Twitter. Arcan online. Brewing the red-white Goblins deck like a boss. I guess Meddling Mage naming Smother is in order here. Oh, it's the black-white deck. Nice. Now I have a 2/2 that does nothing. I'm gonna Plowshares it anyways. Yeah, and we're gonna Impulse for a land drop. Ouch, ouch. Total City of Brass start. Well, everybody's trying to get their hands on black-white. Now that black-white has been legalized by the Tide ban. Yeah, this is the Nassif Undead Gladiator version. See what I got. Island, nice. The Factor Fiction. It's pretty sweet. Nassif does have the look, it's 4 mana to loot. 4 mana to loot. Doesn't seem like it's a good deal, but it is a creature that doesn't die to black or red removal, so we take those things into account. All right, getting our ass handed to ourselves by City of Brass, but no matter. This is going to be a very hard fact split. I'm going to take the land and 2 cards pile because they're all kind of basically the equivalent to me. Unless they do. This is an interesting split. I guess I have to take this one now. Islands. What should I do? So if I gush, I go up to Gush is +3, and then I go Island Psychatog. So it's Gush +3 -2. +3 -2, and then I just like Portent or something. It's fine. I guess I don't have to cast Gush. I can just cast. Well, I wanted my land drop. That's what it is. Tog, combat. Pass the turn to them. It's the Wonder. They play around Mana Leak. They don't know about it, though. So once again, Mana Leak in this matchup. Not liking it. Yeah. Hopefully not Cabal Therapy naming Portent, because that would be bad for them. But I don't think I was going to cast all the Portents to try to protect against Cabal Therapy. That seems like it would have been way too crazy. Plowshares. I mean, I guess if I draw a foil, I'll consider it and then just choose not to. Yeah, we always feed the first Tog to Plowshares. This time's no different. I could have gained life to just like let myself save Brass a little harder, but you know. Portent me. Another Tog. Yeah, Portent you. I might cycle the Eternal Dragon here. I don't want them to have land decree. But there are wonders in my graveyard, so it kind of doesn't matter. Okay, they'll probably cycle an Eternal Dragon by then, but if they don't, I have Tog, Counterspell backup, kill them before they ever taste the decree. Scrying. Scrying for 3. Do I have to counter it? Yeah, I do. Puts them down to 1 card in hand, and then I know they're just drawing 2 blanks. We will see you again, Psychatog. Card draw card. Wow, that was bad. So it should be land go for 2 turns. Foil, sure. Sliding. Take another foil, why not? Portent. Spell Disenchant, Swords of Plowshares. These are not card draw spells. Do we want 1 Counterspell? Do we want 1 Swords of Plowshares? How much are they going to cycle Decree for? They get their next land drop. So let's assume they get their next 2 land drops. Then they Decree for 5. So I think I need to get to the next thing that I'm up to faster than the Decree is going to allow for. Oh, Portent. They do have a spell. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Forgot that they can move through their thing. They're just going to cast this guy. And then they draw Decree, and then we lose. Guess I could have considered foiling it. It just felt so bad. Like, have you ever foiled a card that they get back for free? I feel like I'd rather concede. No. Maybe we let them scrying and then maybe I have the read that they're going to scrying end step. All right, they're going to make 4 tokens. And I drew everything I saw in the Portent anyways. All right, so I kind of know the Nassif deck does play whatever, the Phyrexian Arena. And yeah, Plowshares is worse against the Nassif deck. Whoever's keeping track, count this as 1 more spot where I would like to have some graveyard hate. Second Armageddon in here, over nothing, submit 61. All right, on the play against the sewers, keeping opting then Portent with the optimal shuffle option. Not that my cards, like I tend to keep more cards in this like mid-range matchup, but yeah, I think AK is just the answer, weirdly enough. I mean, not weirdly enough. I think the thing is that I haven't even felt that powerful. I've cast Fact or Fiction against both of my like opponents, these kinds of opponents. Hasn't done the thing. So Fact or Fiction right now is just like a fireball for Psychatog. But like, you know, oh, this is so annoying. All right, well, we're gonna opt end step anyways. Counterspell. What are we trying to get now? Oh boy, we're just trying to draw cards, I think. All right, that's not a bad start. Gush and nothing else is fine. In case of emergency, break glass for Plowshares, I think. But now we have the Gush Armageddon set up. But we need a creature. Duress. Yep, Armageddon. Starting to think our deck is too fair. Our deck needs to do some more bullying. Ooh, I should have used Flooded Strand for that source, because now I can't cast Psychatog if I draw it. But we did Thoughtseize bug them, so I don't mind that. Guess we need Counterspell now. Don't mind a Factor Fiction. Flooded Strand, pass the turn. They're going to miss their third land drop unless they use this Phyrexian Furnace. They're thinking about it. Oh. Okay. Nothing. Fetch. Island. Untap. Draw. Play City of Brass. No. Play Flooded Strand. Do I want to blow up my only planes? Against 3 fetch lands. The thing is, I want to be able to draw Psychatog or afterwards. After the getting happens. Also just like, don't know if I should get in right away here. Seems like a slightly preemptive Dust Bowl. Just to get in for 4 lands. They can kind of easily rebuild from here. Let's see if I find some counter spells for discard spells. I do. I think I'm taking whatever 3 pile. Or they might go cantrips and counter spells. They don't. They do. Well, no. I think an interesting pile would have been cantrips and counter spells, that's for sure. But yeah, we'll take this. We have too many cards in our hand, and we don't really want to play a land, because whatever. I guess I can just lose this Polluted Delta to the, well, we could like put a creature into play, so. In fact, we would like to put a creature into play. Talk. All right, let's play Polluted Delta, and then get the Swamp, and then play Tog with Counterspell backup later. Hey. All right. Portent. I've got the fetch. I gotta root Portent. Okay, so we might draw the Swamp. We don't want to draw the Swamp, and we are actually filling this graveyard up faster than they can grind it, which is good news. Card. It's Flooded Strand. They get in for 1. Out. Okay. I'm smelling like a double Plowshares angle here, but what can you do? I also think it's, foil's nice. Because I can just go foil, then I can go Gush foil, replay Island and Armageddon. I think it's time to kill them, is the answer. Big Skeletal Scrying. Do I counter the Skeletal Scrying for 3? There's 3 for 3 in a Skeletal Scrying? I mean, if they're that desperate, well, it's hard to say. It's tough. This draws them lands and things. We're going to kill them next turn. We have single Counterspell backup. They could have cast another Plowshares knowing that I'm tapped out, but they know they can do that on my main phase. Gush foil this. Island Armageddon. It's possible that I just don't like the sound of that. I would rather Armageddon with and then like force the issue, Cabal Therapy. resolves. Your quality might be named foil. Oh, I guess I have the stupid soldier token. That's yucky. Oh, nice hit. So I go Gush, foil. Oh, yeah. Out. Vindicate. Boring. Okay. Now they know about this Armageddon, so it's like much less tasty. They're just gonna chill. They drew plenty of cards, or they can do that. They can just trade for me right here. And now we have to play a fair game. Out. Fair games are fair. Out. But yeah, big factor fiction basically didn't matter. So if they drew the therapy off the scrying, then I'm sad, right? But there's literally nothing I can do there. Well, let's just play out our lands. I think we lost this, chat. What was kind of central to our success with this deck? Was it not playing against that much black mid-range or mid-range in general? I mean, I beat black mid-range, lost to mid-range. Then, like, whatever. Should I just be playing decks that crush mid-range right now? Because people want to play mid-range? Alright, we are at the point where we can get all of the islands out of our deck. But, yeah, they have officially grounded us out, I believe. Guess it was a good name. Gush. Just a card I'm going to hang on to a lot. I could have gushed in response. That would have been cool. Yeah, Gush in response is probably right. Then they like name foil or whatever. Or they have to name foil or know to name foil. And then so they're feeding this Eternal Dragon to the Plowshares. Makes sense. I take 4. Draw a card. Play an Interrogator. At least it's fun. Guess I could keep them busy with the City of Brass. Should I counterspell this Swords Plowshares? Maybe. Attack for 4. I can take 3, and then that could extend the clock. And I'm priced into this one. 4, take 3, go into 5, play Meddling Mage, stem the bleeding. Otherwise, if I take it, then playing a Meddling Mage does nothing, maybe. It's gonna get Plowshared anyways. Skeletal Scrying again. Probably lose to that. Yeah. Okay. I'm out. Okay. I have gotten mid-range twice. But I'm glad that I don't have Mox Diamond in my deck. All right, now let's. What have we got? How is this one lander with no portent? Seems unfair. Oh, second Gush or second Meddling Mage. Pretty hard to cast 2 Gushes with this setup, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Would help me with unmulliganing. But 2 Meddling Mage into Counterspell is like a way to beat a fair amount of decks. Oh my god. We're just... Oh, what? Oh, what is... This is the Moltres Terrorvore deck? Am I getting Stone Rained here? Guess I should open on Delta. I always like bluffing... bluffing, like, Dreadnought for a turn. But if I'm going to get turn 1 Stone Rained, well, that'll do it. Polluted Delta for me, dog. Yeah, huge exchange there. But luckily, double Mox Diamond is like double mulligan. Sphere, yeah. I know you want to make my life hard. Animate. Into the Mistress Factory. Oh, red-green Panza Oath. Why do I feel like they have more cards in there than I should? Seems unfair. Alright, I'm horrible against this deck. I have no lands, all cantrips. I might even just concede here to at least hide that I'm playing white, because I have to. Well, I guess I could disenchant the sphere resistance. And yeah, we're going to protect our lands, because we need them. continue to try to grind through this. Another Gush. Source Plowshares. These are not lands. Do I need more? I don't think so. I mean, these are like nice cards to have, but I pretty much can't play foil. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, their Sunrains here are on now. An additional Portent. I guess with 2 Meddling Mages in my hand, I can Portent them. Get them across Mox Diamond. Neutralize. Okay. Could just name Thermokarst, but I'm only going to be able to play 1 more white spell, and then I'm getting locked down by Port. So, well, I can play Disenchant at instant speed. Play Meddling Mage. I guess I still have to name Oath of Druids. Their Wasteland, it's not good, but Pyroclasm from hand. Upkeep. Forced to disenchant the sphere. Well, not forced, but relatively speaking forced. And then forced to have alternate mana sources for cards. Let's get a Psychatog on the battlefield, and then we're cooking. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Not a good spot. Goes for the Karst on the island. Yeah, getting Thermal Karst is not ideal, but ooh, more of a City of Brasses so that I can slowly die to them. Forgot that the stupid thing is no longer around. Both the Druids. Okay. Now I can't play Tog or something like that. Homeland Pass. Pitched Counterspell, and I guess Flooded Strand, even though it's a stupid thing. Right, how do I do this? Psychatog Wonder? Cool. Yeah, I guess I messed that turn up because I needed to not flow mana for no reason. And I also need to put Salvo on my sideboard if this is going to be the plan. Disenchant. I guess that's an out. Except for I'm getting double attack next turn. So it's not. Okay. Alright. This is the plan, right? We just can never cast this spell. Bring in a couple of these to really show them what it's about. I don't know. Foil seems kind of awful as well. Because I can't really pitch lands and I can't cast for 4. So everything is bad. Literally everything. Right, I can't play Mana League. Mana League does nothing. They just are only lands. Still have to play some Counterspell. Because at some point they can pay for Mana League. Let's see if they board out land destruction. I always think they don't have to board out land destruction here. But who knows? Key. What are we doing on turn 1? We have 1 over cantrip. We can Portent off City of Brass with no shuffling, or we can cast Sleight of Hand, and then try to find a land down or a fetch land down the line to make our Portent really good. Sleight of Hand not serving us well there. I wanted both of them. Sometimes it happens. Force nothing. Draw. I guess now we are priced into threatening a counterspell and then impulsing in step. Support instead, impulsing. And this time we'll grab a Flooded Strand, I suppose. I don't really want to play all these fetch lands, actually. Even though I have the Portent, but the thing is they're going to port me, I'm going to opt in response, and then I'm going to hold up an impulse for 1 more turn. Response, Meddling Mage, just to name Oath, sure. Not the worst use of my turn here. Get a clock onto the battlefield. Call the Herd being the main concern. but I have no disenchants in my hand, so gonna be druids. City Rest gets ported, but technically if they spend all their time doing that, they're not spending all their time doing other stuff, so don't hate it. They go for the Winter's Grasp on the non-basic. Very interesting. Okay. Attacking, portenting myself. Armageddon and Island. Draw an island, impulse past the others. Probably just shuffle. I think Armageddon, like, next turn was a consideration. But I kind of like what I want to go Psychatog into Armageddon. I feel like this. Oh, they can't Winter's Grasp on Island because they were worried about Gush. Call the herd. That's fine. Well, yeah, that's fine. Looking for a black source. Well, it's not pretty, but it counts. Misdirection for good measure. Opt. Guess we opt, see if we draw basic swamp. Wonder-action. Okay, new plan. Just get my make sure my Tog doesn't get blasted. Win the game. Play Tog. Pass the turn. Mox. Pitch. Thermo. Sphere. 5 plus 5 plus 7. 8, 9, 10. Woo! Woo! How lucky. Always remember to keep a island in play. Wow, we did it. We did it, Joe. Don't make me do this. We need more misdirections for this matchup, though, that's for sure. Just need to be 15. We did it. We did it. That was the plan. I mean, it was part of the plan. Concepts of a plan. Man, Counterspell is so bad. It's like I exclusive just need this to protect against Tog. Oh man, things still have to go so right for me. But what are you gonna do? Maybe Armageddon's no good. It would have been good in some spots there, and I can disenchant moxes to make Armageddon even better. But yeah, okay, we got a misdirection. Let's go. We got a misdirection. We got some fetch lands too. Tasty, tasty. This can happen. This can happen, baby. Mox. Oh man, this is gonna be a turn 1 sphere. No, it's just turn 1 nothing. Okay. Don't know if I'm gonna crack. I think I'm just gonna sit on this impulse to pitch to misdirection. I choose not to tap down the fetch. Makes sense, I suppose. They can tap and. Oh, I guess I should have played Island because I know I'm gonna fetch now so that I can cast this impulse. Actually, it's fine because I don't need to cast the impulse because now I have Counterspell. Whether or not I Counterspell an elephant token is yet to be determined. I think I have to. It's like too early to start taking 3 damage. I have no Psychatog in my hand. A little awkward that I can't get the planes. Winter's Grasp. Winter's Grasp with Blast backup. Actually, probably should have just let that resolve. But because I can Counterspell, they can blast my Counterspell, and then I can misdirect. Pretty tight. If they think that's going to work. Okay, Blast resolves. You got me. You got me. Call an ambulance. but not for me. Kind of silly to fight over a Thermokarst that's protected by, or that a Gush could protect against, but well, this is why we do it, I guess. And this eats a blast, but I need a window where I can play this. I'm not going to wait till I have 5 mana to hold up Counterspell. Hidden Goblins. Okay, well, they've got stuff. Guess we're waiting for another Tog. Okay, I can wait 1 turn. I guess I can wait a few turns. I can just wait until it's lethal. I actually think it's lethal quite soon. I would like to be able to do everything and whatever. 18 damage is really not a lot, so I just need another land. Just a chance. Whatever. Well, no, let's just start attacking, right? Well, they have 1 card left in hand. Could be something. Could literally be blasts. I mean, I guess I could wake up the Gibbons and it just doesn't matter. Okay. I could just wake up a Gibbons, it just doesn't matter. I think that's actually correct. Okay, but if I draw a land, I'll take it. Well, now I have a blast. A Psychatog. I guess I'm technically still protecting this. So I can't cast the Meddling Mage. They're flooded out. Are we going to win? Are we going to win this match? Because I did not think that we were going to win this match. Double Meddling Mage? Sounds tasty. Huh. Well, let's just attack because they're forced to block with something. Or else they'll die. Or they're going to be worried about dying. I wonder if they're like are playing a certain kind of blast because of some expenses. Play this. What happens if I'm Meddling Mage naming Oath? I think I'll wait 1 turn. I'll have Counterspell up. I could also Meddling Mage and Call to Her. Call to Her no longer matters. That was Psychatog in play. So what happens if this game starts grinding? I really want, I can Meddling Mage naming Oath so I can disenchant the factory is basically my current thought. Because disenchanting the factory lets me do damage a lot faster. And then the only scary card that they can play is Terravor. And even if it's Terravor, it's not like the most scary. Plus, the fact that they blocked with the Gibbons makes me like think that they have Oath of Druids. And they can't kill Psychatog with red cards, so. They could have Pyroclasm. I wonder if they keep Pyroclasm in after board just for Meddling Mage. Seems kind of meh. But I guess Blast deals with Pyroclasm. Terravor, yeah, well. That was technically the scariest card. All right, Gush. Okay, well, I can still threaten them, threaten their life. I kind of need the Gush to, oh. Well, in that case. Is this just like not enough or something? All right. So it'll be 1 plus 9 cards in hand, which is 13 holding up the Counterspell. 9 card, or it's 12 holding up the Counterspell. So it's not enough. Right. My mistake. This one. And I guess I'll just name Pyroclasm or Call the Herd. Guess we'll go with Call the Herd is the most annoying from this spot. Or just another Terravor is actually annoying. So I'm going to like Blue Blast to Pyroclasm. They're only going to cast 1 spell a turn. I don't have to worry about Pyroclasm. I don't have to worry about Pyroclasm or Terravor then. So I should just name Call the Herd. Because that's the only thing that makes it so they can play multiple spells in a turn. Because I'm just going to counter the next 2 spells and the game's over before they can cast things. Wasteland. Wasteland my own thing to grow Terravor. Classic move. Ooh, they think it's a race. Surely it's not. All right, this has got to be lethal. Opt. Sleight of Hand. Sleight of Hand. Armageddon. It works, right? Wait, hold on. I mean, yeah, it works. Armageddon, and then I can even... No, I'll have 0 mana floating, though, so it's not, like, the smartest thing. Take another Disenchant, I suppose. I would have needed a foil or something. Gosh. All right. So Counterspell is up, or Disenchant is in the graveyard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 activations is exactly enough. Tuck, Disenchant, block, pitch you, pitch you, pitch you, pitch you, exile you, exile you, exile you, exile you, pitch you, and exile you for exactly 15 damage with Counterspell backup, but also didn't need it. All right. We actually got the match post sideboard versus Otherson McPonzersons. All right. Playing 5 matches quite quickly, all things considered. Got the little Portent 1-lander, double Meddling Mage. Oof. Oof. Yeah, Meddling Mage is good. Obviously, I need a white source soon, but if I hit, then I'll hit. Be able to impulse into it. Label to 6. Fetch. Island, Portent South. Look for lands. Any order. Shuffle these, please. Find a land. Foil if I need to. This green. Won't have to. An island. Plenty of Mana Leak Impulse up. My favorite place to be. A lot of Spike Colony listeners in the league. Love to see it. Ooh. Ooh, Wall of Roots. Man, they're gonna be able to play survival with freaking backup. Impulse. City of Brass, huh? I'll take the City of Brass, and what am I going to do? Am I going to Meddling Mage naming Survival of the Fittest? It feels like I have to. Survival of the Fittest. Because there's like plenty of reason not to play a survival with no mana sources in play on turn 2 into open mana, so. White mana for Plowshares into what? Oh, Meddling Mage. I don't know what I'm doing. I can probably guess. They're also listening to Spike Colony from the beginning. Gotta call out the fun behavior of the thing. They're listening 30 episodes. Swords Plowshares. You don't have Swords Plowshares in your deck. Okay. I have to worry about Deranged Hermit now. Or Spike Feeder. So this is Eidolon. Okay. Yeah, Tog is a welcome addition to the battlefield. Play an island. Oh my god, I don't have foil up. What am I doing? Right. These are cards that are in their deck. I mean, come on. Yeah, Spike Feeder can make a 3/3 at some point. That's pretty funny. Right, they can't pay for a mana leak here. But a flyer is annoying, I suppose. And I guess their like interaction comes in the form of Bone Sugar. Well, that simplifies things. Oh, Mana War is how they interact. All right. Yeah, let's get the Swamp. I don't know, taking random damage, holding this for Psychatog damage, not taking damage, double Gush line maybe. Psychatog. They're putting a counter on birds. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess it's better to have a 2/3 bird in for 1 with Birds of Paradise. Okay, Mana Leak. Time to cut down on the defense here. But then they get their offense back. It's fine. I can like unlock Swords of Plowshares. The Spike Feeder can pump up the Mage. Huh. 3 cards in hand. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. If they pump up the birds, then I can block the mage, and then they have the plan. The plan is to survive. My plan is to draw card draw. It's funny, I'm sitting here with all the counter spells in the world, nowhere to put them. Guess I should have fetched up that swamp. We got counterspell, mana leak. We got survival. Need to get some damage through. This turn I'm just killing Wall of Blossoms. Now let's get some damage in. Like, they're trying to race. And I can race back, but not if I'm like tapping City of Rest every turn. So I'll play second Psychatog, and then now they have to block both or probably get lethal. But this is also going to hold back the Bird's Totems, maybe? So what if they go Mana War here? 3 mana war with 3 mana remaining. So everything should hang back because I'm threatening lethal. Just me and my foils. Take this. Let's see. Should I kill them then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 activations. It's not quite enough. Should I just kill the Wall of Blossoms then? If it's going to take more turns of attacking, if the Blossoms are going to keep blocking. Could force them to block with the Meddling Mage. What happens if I kill, so it's 6 plus 6 is 12. Wait, so can I leave Counterspell? But I should be able to leave it then, right? Because then it's 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 plus 3 is, wait, 3 plus 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. I actually have to all in. I'm just gonna all in. This Alluring deck does not play unsummon. Yeah, this plus 6. Then Disenchant. Yeah. Okay, what does this do? This name's Cavern Harpy. Which is a beast. Beast with 1 toughness. Okay, what do we do? Meddling Mage, names Alluring and Survival. Disenchant, Survival. I also need a name. Mana War often. Mana Leak, easier for them to play around. Game is going to go long. Oof, Mana Leak getting boarded out almost all the time. Do I need more? Do I need all these Engineered Plagues? Psychatog still rules the battlefield. Wonder is reasonable. Foil is less reasonable. They're not playing like the discard version of the deck. They could Meddling Mage and the Counterspell, which would lock it up in my hand. What do they normally do? So they get Alluring into play, and their combo is Cavern Harpy, Mana War, and Raven's Familiar. And you can't Meddling Mage taming Cavern Harpy because of the thing. And Mana War is a jellyfish. So I have to like Meddling Mage naming Mana War, Meddling Mage naming Alluring. So Meddling Mage naming Survival, Mana War, and Alluring is the plan. It was like so many Engineered Plagues. But I feel like extra ones, I'm just going to start naming birds and walls and stuff. I don't know. This has an answer to Survival. Mana War Elf Start. Interesting. Did not realize, or I've never seen this deck running Mana War Elves. More lands, please? Yeah. Land Meddling Mage. I want the Meddling Mage and the island. Nope. Draw the island. 2 mana. 1 mana. 2 mana with 1 mana backup. Wall. Then it's Swarm. Okay, well, I'm not resolving anything, so might as well play Mage and name Alluring. Because they can kill me on the spot with Allure. Because I have to name Meddling Mage and name Mana War. It's funny that Xanath Swarm stops me from being able to Meddling Mage at instant speed. And I think it's Mana War. They need Mana War as part of all their combo loops. And it also removes Meddling Mage. I can't cast spells. I can't block flyers. Cowards can't block warriors. Island. I mean, taste it. Oh yeah, there's a wall. Oops. All right. If I lose by 1 damage, you know who to blame. I know who to blame. Island, swarming me. Gush. Black source. Island. Plowshares the Xanath Swarm. Lose some mana. Lose some Psychatogs. And 3 Psychatogs is good, but it also looks like they're flooding out. What's their plan? Plowshares. Gotta counterspell that. Blue, white. Blue. Green. Raven Familiar. Yep. They pass. Raven pass. Engine of Plague comes in. Dying for a black source. My dex mana is horrible. I put a trillion cantrips in there. I can draw 1 cantrip per game. Why are they using City of Brass for blue? Because they're going to pay with the my coast. Okay. I guess they have every other color they need. They have white, they have green. In for 1 G, Wall of Roots. Well, at least their deck is like only mana. Portent, me. Black source, please. City of Brass, Gush. Okay. All this just to put Psyche McToggersons onto the battlefield. The games we play. How many Togs do I need? Do I need 3? Plowshares this with 2 in hand. Can they cast Allure twice in 1 turn? Whatever. I kind of just don't want to lose. But maybe that was unnecessary. No, I still answer survival. In survival, draw 1 card. I mean, I guess they could survival into the enchantment removal they need. Maybe I should try to kill them though. Another Tog? Should I try to kill them? Or should I try to not die? I have 3 cards in hand. Okay. I mean, them gaining 5 Psychatog life is like not great here. So maybe I should have not done this. But I started clicking already. So I'm click committed. I think I'm like beat down engaged, I guess. Blue black. Play the beast. Pick up the Raven. Play the Raven. Guess I should have played Engineer Plague. Blue. Green. Raven. Well, guess I will play Engineered Plague now. Let's go first. Pick up the Harpy. Engineered Plague comes down. Pretty funny if I name Bird. But I think it's still Beast. Bird to just chop down chump blockers would be funny. Sleight of Hand. Look for foil, I suppose. Another Meddling Mage is fine. I have to pay Echo on these birds. But I'll probably just Meddling Mage Plowshares. Gush, kill them. Bird. Okay, I feel like Engineered Plague naming Bird is a little too tasty here. So I'm going to do that. Just Bird. And they have to block with everything, or else they die. I guess they don't have to block the Meddling Mage if they don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of anti-combo in this deck. I guess that's why I'm playing it. But, like, I can't beat mid-range decks. Like, what am I even doing if I can't beat mid-range decks? Chat, do you guys think Duress is how to beat mid-range? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But if you think it is, you let me know in the comments. I'm sure you will. What did we learn? Mana, still not functional. I'd have to do all this and moxes, pretty much. I am already basically doing all this and moxes in my other Esper Tog version. AK is better. Let's just put AK in this deck. Like, Cantrip Suite, Opt, Portent. Oh, I guess I'm not playing as many cantrips as I thought. I'm playing 11 instead of 12 or whatever. Opt, Portent, AK. How many counterspells is too many? How many mana leaks do I need? I need some mana leaks. I need like a mana leak counterspell split, and then I have to play Armageddon to turn my mana leaks back on in the late game. Because I just don't have double counterspell turns with 4 islands over. So 3/3/3 is fine. Or I trim a counterspell for the 4th foil, which maybe seems crazy, but with AKs, maybe the foil's okay. White cards, fine. Didn't really play like those kinds of matchups. I just need to draw more cards. I was playing against a bunch of mid-range and losing because I wasn't like drawing enough cards. It's like have to draw enough cards against them, and then once you do, you're in great shape. And if the game's gonna go long, like it does against mid-range, then your AKs are gonna be drawing plenty. Factor Fiction's super underwhelming. I had a few good Factor Fictions in there, but you know, I used to be like, you cast Factor Fiction once against mid-range and then you get them. But I guess the big difference is against Oath Panza and Armageddon. 4 mana instant is worse than 2 mana instant. I think that's like the tipping point. Obviously, Phyrexian Furnace. I used to laugh at Furnace, and now I fear it. Furnace on turn 1, making Psychatog really hard to operate. And yeah. Alternate versions of the deck. Play a Mox Diamond, play the Upheavals. But like play 2 Mox Diamonds, 1 Upheaval. Don't have to play Geddon. Definitely play around with certain configurations. Don't feel like Zombie Infestation would change the matchups I played, but obviously it's meant for Goblins and Burn. But considering that it's against Goblins and Burn, I feel like, and Stasis, right? But considering it's against those cards, Blue Blast, Hydroblast, Misdirection seems better against Burn and Goblins for the most part. Engineered Plague still good. Not a lot of black sources, but yeah, I mean, the feel of this deck was good enough, I guess. Just kind of needs, yeah. I don't know why I went back to Factor Fiction. What was I thinking? The AK, might even be able to play 18 lands, because then I have just like no 4 mana spells in the main deck. All right, it's an AK deck for sure. Cut these 4 for AKs. Maybe trim a land for a Sleight of Hand. Trim Counterspell for mana leak, and you're cooking. That's the deck. Yeah, let's do that. I guess I should export this one for the description, but I think you should play the different version by the end. All right. Thank you to everyone for watching. Tideband brought out all the mid-range, but you know, that's Magic, baby. We'll see how things go in the new meta.